Loans to estates. The benefit to being able to secure a loan to an estate when you have a probate. During probate, you are not allowed to make any distributions to beneficiaries until the probate court has approved all of the accounting and settling with creditors before approving distributions. All of that can take a long time. 9 to 18 months is typical of most probate estate cases. If you're interested in funding the estate prior to distribution for repositioning assets such as real property, the estate can get a loan. Some of the normal uses of loans to estates include repairs to property so it can be sold and realize a higher dollar amount, or repairs to a property so that it qualifies for financing. This is a critical distinction you need to be aware of. When you sell a piece of real property, if the condition of the property does not allow it to qualify for institutional financing, that means you are going to be limited to cash buyers. Cash buyers will perform quickly and close, but the offset of them performing quickly, paying cash, and having limited or no contingencies for their sale is they will pay less for the property. Let's take the following example. Suppose you have a home with some deferred maintenance. If the property qualifies for a buyer to secure a loan, what we call financeable condition, you would be able to sell it for $150,000 as is. But let's also suppose that the person who owned the home and lived there for 30 years before he or she died didn't maintain the home. It needs work. In that situation, you might wind up accepting an offer for $140,000 with $10,000 down, and the new buyer conditions their offer on getting a loan for the balance of the purchase price. You think everything is fine and you're happy to take the $140,000, but when the new buyer makes his application to the bank, you find that the prospective lender is going to want to make sure that the house is in good shape, which means that the lender will require a pest report and maybe a whole house inspection. So you, as the probate administrator or executor, order the inspections, and it turns out that the report comes back showing that the house requires $35,000 in repairs to clear what's known as the Section 1 of the pest report. That's the pest report section that all lenders require to be corrected before they will authorize to release the loan amount to fund your buyer's loan. Now what? Should you make the repairs? If you had $35,000 to make the repairs, you might be able to sell the property for $185,000. In this example, by investing $35,000 into the property, you get the full $35,000 back plus another $10,000. Yes, you should get a loan and make the repairs. What happens if you don't get a loan and you don't have the money to make repairs? Well, in that case, you'll be looking for an all-cash buyer now that you lost the $140,000 buyer. The all-cash buyer will probably offer considerably less than you would like. In this example, you might be lucky to get an offer of $100,000. Someone who does fix and flips would buy the house, make the repairs, sometimes they're contractors and do the work themselves, and then in turn, they turn around and resell the home a few months later for $185,000. A tidy profit that could have gone to you if you only had taken out an estate loan. If you need assistance with figuring that out, work with your real estate agent. He or she will help you get in touch with a contractor. Most agents have relationships with contractors, and find out what the repairs would cost in dollars, and then have your real estate agent tell you whether it's worth making the repairs. If you can get a good return on your investment of borrowing money and making repairs, it's a good idea to consider this type of loan. If you have questions about an estate loan, call me. I'm Dan Collins at Integrity Estate Lending.